everybody, welcome to the channel or welcome back. My name is Amber Campbell. I am an author and a freelance editor, and today we're going to do a very quick writing update. I have a lot of stuff to do, but I do just want to kind of address this. I ran a poll on my community tab last week, and the writing update is what everyone wanted to see for the 4th poetry collection. So I just sat down and actually counted the pieces because I know word count is a little iffy when it comes to poetry because it's not necessarily the exact page count it would be if this were a manuscript, fiction manuscript I should say. So just so you guys know, the word count is currently at 11,600 and some change, but that does equate to 96 pieces. I do have a handful of like mini essays. I'm not quite sure what they'd be, maybe just reflections. Still not sure how I want to really describe them in that regard, but the majority of those are poems. I would say probably 90 or 91 of them are poems. Some of them are not that they need revision, they just need to be written, because I've been able to start some of them at my day job and then I would get caught up with a guest and so I'd have to stop and then I would forget to go back to it. So I've got a good handful of pieces that just need to be written, so maybe not necessarily adding to the word count, but definitely, well, adding to the word count, not the page count. But this one has been throwing me for a loop. So originally I was going to divide this into 4 sections, just like Missed Arrows, but I don't know, it didn't feel complete, and I've talked about this in a previous writing blog where, you know, I didn't want to rush this one, and I'm glad I didn't, because I think I now know that I want to have a 5-part collection. The problem is the 5-part collection is going to divide up like 2 sections, and then whatever I take out of those 2, potentially a third, I haven't even gone through them yet, then that will go into this new 5th section, but then I need to figure out where it's going to fall in terms of like which one will be part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know which one's going to be the last one already, so that one's pretty much set in stone. Otherwise, I'm not really sure on the others. For those curious, it is at 92 pages. Yeah, 92 pages for the actual manuscript itself. So it is, I think it's already longer page-wise than Daughter of the Bottle, because I want to say that was maybe 80 pages printed out, which means this one's definitely already on par with the ones in Missed Arrows, which is what I like. I don't like the super chunky ones of a lot of the kind of insta poetry that became popular in the last 5-10 years. I definitely want a more traditional style poetry, and if you look at a lot of poetry collections that aren't, you know, the collected poems of this really big poet, they're usually around 90 to like 115 pages. So I like them a little bit thicker than that, but I don't. At first I was like, oh, I'll have like a 200-page poetry collection. I don't see myself doing that, because I don't see how I could do that and not completely exhaust the topic at hand, given the experience I have with it at that moment. So I am really excited for it. I think the title is still there. I was reading the collected poems by Sylvia Plath. I don't know which edition it is, to be honest, but there is an introduction where in the span of I think 2 years she had changed the title of her first book, I want to say like 6 or 7 times. So I'm definitely going to do something like that when I reveal the title for this collection, because I think I counted, I think it's changed 5 times so far. I think this one's going to stick. I've said that about the last 5, but that's not the point. This one's going to stick. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It is, I think it's more even balanced, I should say, in terms of the emotional tug it might have at you. Daughter of the Bottle was pretty much rough right out the gate. Stayed that way for the most part. Had some humor sprinkled in, but it was pretty much rough. Missed Arrows was just petty all the way through. The Ones was just confused all the way through, because I originally called it Family. I don't remember what the original subtitle was. It's on Amazon, I'll probably put it up here, but now I'm just kind of calling it Life in Your Late 20s, because that really does encompass it a lot. a lot better, and it's just, it makes more sense, honestly, because that's when I wrote it, was in my late 20s. So it talks about a lot of different aspects of life, so it's just very confused. But this one, I feel like it's a little bit more balanced. I still don't want to talk about the emotions necessarily, because I don't want to give too much away, because we're still talking about the first draft here. So I have no intentions, like at first I've made like 4 or 5 calendars of, hey, this is when I'm going to send it to beta readers and critique partners, and that has changed every single time, because my last one was, we're going to have it done by October, November, and then we'll send it out in December, and now I'm like, no, because I have to do self-edits before I send it, so that's still going to take me some time, so that's low. But this is probably not going to be a long video at all, I apologize, but it is looking really good. I'm really excited about that 96 pieces, and this is going to be hefty, because this is already word count longer than both my first 2, and it's going to be hefty, and I'm very excited for it. I might kind of dump back in when I can, but that will be the update as of now. If I can update some more throughout the week, then we will do that.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from a